Hello, beautiful souls. If you are seeing this, chances are you are meant to. I set the intention that this message finds whoever needs to hear it at this time. This is a collective reading, so with collective readings, it's important that you use your own intuition. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. So let's get started. Spirit, Creator, Universe, Higher Self, all that is, what message or messages do you have for those watching? I'm starting with the Oracle deck because that's what I feel drawn to. So the first card that came out was Nourishment. What else? Spirit. Trust. And boundaries. I feel like this message has to do with overall you setting boundaries. So whether that's, in a romantic relationship, friendship, work, I don't know, take this as it resonates to your situation. But there's something that maybe you are currently working on and you have been setting these boundaries, or maybe it's something that you have to start doing. And I feel like in setting those boundaries, that's where this nourishment comes from, because there's something with that in self-love and filling your own cup. But there's something with the trust, like trusting in that, trusting that like you are enough, that loving yourself enough to fill your own cup, to set these boundaries for these people or places, or, like I said, however that resonates. Because ultimately it's a form of self-love, but it's also trusting in self, right? Trusting in yourself and knowing that you deserve more, or deserve better. So let me get my tarot to continue to clarify. So we have the Death, Rebirth, the King of Swords, and the Six of Swords. So whatever the situation is that you need to take the initiative to set these boundaries, when I say set boundaries, I can't even be specific with it, because I just so many scenarios just flood when I say that. So obviously, because it is a collective, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly, but at any rate, whatever these lack of boundaries has created this Six of Swords energy, this really rocky, rough waters, emotional experiences for you. You know, she's just out at sea and just kind of like going about. And what's interesting is these crows are pulling her, but I feel like the crows are trying to guide her in the right direction. So maybe if you've come across crows recently, pay attention, because that's a confirmation or a sign. Yeah, I feel like these crows are leading and guiding you and wanting you to step into more this King of Swords energy, which is a little bit more cutthroat. You know, he gets the job done. He does what he needs to do, and he doesn't become like connected emotionally to it. So maybe this is hard for you to set these boundaries because there's some sort of emotional attachment. But that's like this emotional attachment. It's like you're putting this person or situation before your own needs. And that's where we go back to like trusting in yourself and knowing that you deserve better, or that you're worthy, right? And it's back to that self-love. And in doing so, I feel like there's going to be like this death and rebirth. It's going to like open up something for you. It's going to, yeah, like the Hierophant just came out. I just see like happiness and success, and like it's going to just, it feels like a release, and it feels like a relief. Yeah, because I feel like the energy right now that you're kind of in because of this situation is this Five of Pentacles, you know, left out in the cold. But that's sometimes what happens when we neglect ourselves, right? We feel left out in the cold because we really ultimately need to look at our own needs and desires first. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so the Sun card. This death, rebirth. Gosh, I hate it when they're upside down, so I'm fixing that. This death, rebirth is going to transition, and it's like this, like I just keep seeing like doors opening, but now it's like I see the sun, right? So she's going from neglecting self and not listening to your inner voice, higher self, and the need to fill your own cup and pour into yourself. So going from that energy to the sun, the happiest card in the deck. Like, look at her. She's just super aligned and connected and in love with life. So silence your mind, go within, and that just confirms that, you know, he's in a really meditative energy here. He's silencing his mind and he's going within, and he's connecting to his emotions and figuring out what it is, what's his next steps, and what is it that he truly desires and truly needs from his heart space, right? Doing it with an open heart. Boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, but the more you get used to doing it, the easier it becomes. So Spirit is just saying, ultimately, go within. You know the answers within, and trust yourself. Trust yourself, because you know the next best steps. All right, hopefully that was helpful. It's a little jumbled. That was kind of hard to explain on a collective energy. So perhaps there's a lot of situations that are experiencing, a lot of people experiencing the situations in different capacities. So thanks for watching. Love and light.